the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they are going for it. Darnold, and down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Detroit! Gone! Over!
This time Jackson will throw it. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Daniil Hunter in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22, coach. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Detroit!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now let's go! Blue 90!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Over, 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 over.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Watch it now, Marty, Marty. Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
On the give, this is their fullback. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
The give to the fullback on the dive. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky.
Darnold from the gun. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down throw, Darnold. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
Back there, Philly, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. To the air again, Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Darnold. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right, twisting away, and avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd down, Jackson able to shake him off. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the busted contact. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Bryant with a catch right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give them a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He completes it to Bryant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. reception. Here's Jackson. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking long for Westbrook. They've got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I know there'd be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To throw on 2nd down. Jackson lets it fly deep for Cobb. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The son Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Darnold. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 58 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Mike 5. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll try and run with their fullback. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now, that's tough duty for a strong safety because truly he's a hybrid-type player. A pass defender, which makes him more of a defensive back, but really his tackling ability is like a linebacker. So they don't mind coming up and taking those guys on, but that's a tough task there, taking on the big fella.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Flushed out right. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 1st down, Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he... clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
He'll look to throw. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw. He gets it in the hands of Geis, and he gets it down to the 32. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a carry here for the fullback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker, see if he can get you to overtime. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watkins, the intended receiver. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
All right, now, look at 56. 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On second down, Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch him now, Barney.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. So that'll back them up 5. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson looking long for Westbrook. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Well, when they kept the offense on the field, you saw the face I made looking at you like, what are they doing? How did they do that?
Yeah, that's almost a miracle, isn't it? Because the two of us have talked to play callers, and every time we talk to them about going for it on 4th and long, they give us that same look you just gave me. And they always say, I don't have that call on my play sheet, Haas. We just don't have that one. Well, apparently he did, and they got it.
And in overtime, wow.
See and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Oakland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.